president. It's a puppet, you know what I'm saying? You already know the signs that everything got to be voted on, so it's not just the president making these decisions. But as far as like what we got right now to choose from, Trump is definitely not my choice at all. Hillary, I would love to see a woman president. I don't know if she's the one, but I could roll with Hillary. She held her man down, so that's a plus to me, you know what I mean? Even though he fucked up, she held her man down. So I'm rolling with her just off that alone. I mean, I think it's an epidemic, but it's been an epidemic, I mean, for years. You know, now it's so blatant, it's like it's really disrespectful with how they killing innocent people, or just, even if they're not innocent, like they're using too much force, you know what I mean? 16, 17 shots, 50 shots, 40 shots, you know what I'm saying? When, you know, it's excessive, you know, and you know, they beating the case. They tried by their own peers and they get let go. So it's bullshit, definitely, man. All across the nation, man. All across. You already know that pop radio is you know, is run by the major labels. Period. You know what I mean? Certain slots are paid for. You know what I mean? Payola. You know, whatever. Internet radio is the rawest form right now because, you know, the DJs on the internet radio play what they want. It's not programmed. So, you know, I'm rolling with that. And, you know, them artists that think they too big to do internet radio, they missing out on a lot because there's a whole lot of internet radio and they have a fan base, you know what I'm saying? So the more shows you do, the more fan base you gather, you know? Pop radio ain't gonna really support nothing unless it's pop music and it's paid for by the major labels. Well, I did a project on Capitol Records, which was like a jazz hip hop project, and I did that in like late 90s, like 98, you know what I mean? So that was on Blue Note Capitol. We had access to all the Blue Note catalog, and we made an album. I was on the second album of a group named Us Three out of London. So, you know, that was the only major label action I had, but I had deals with Raucous, which was an independent but kind of major, Nervous Records that had, you know, Black Moon, Smith & Wesson, Baby Grand that had Army of the Pharaohs and different artists. So I've been around the, you know what I mean, I've been around the block, you know what I mean? Now I got my own label, Marvy Out Entertainment. I work with different labels, I do one-offs. Like my last release is with a label called Elite Fleet out of Amsterdam. So I do a lot of international stuff because, you know, you don't want to just stay local, you want to go international, even with the underground, you know what I mean? And in Europe, they show wild love. You already know that they know they hip hop, man, and they come out in droves to support real hip hop, you know what I mean? They like that boom bap, you know? When I'm over in Europe, I see groups like Redman, I see groups like J. Rue the Damager, Alcoholics, you know, you name it, Onyx, all the dope groups, even to the new artists, Sky Zoo, Torre, you name it, Planet Asia, you know, they like that raw in Europe, and they support it. They buy merch, they buy CDs, they come out and support the show, and they get drunk afterwards, and during. So I love to go to Europe. My next move is to go to Africa, you know what I mean? I need to get to Africa. I need to get to Australia. I haven't done Australia. I did Southeast Asia, Japan, and, you know, different parts of Asia. But, you know, I want to touch every part of the world. My people's from Venezuela, you know what I mean? So I speak good, fluent Spanish, but I need to perform in Chile. I need to perform in Venezuela, Colombia. So if y'all out there, let's make this happen. I'd like to shout out my management team, 22 Ventures, you know what I'm saying? My whole team, Ivy League, Infinity Gauntlet, you know, all the people I roll with, man, from day to day, making this happen. And SHABAAMSAHDEEQ.com, that's SHABAAM-SAHDEEQ.com. Log on there, it got videos, it got all my social networks, it got a picture gallery, everything is on there, interviews, you name it, that's my home base.